So I want to bring you 3 big ideas in terms of how you can boost your mood in the winter. Why is this important? Well, we know that in the winter period, we have reduced levels of sunlight, our habits change as we hunker down and go indoors, and also sometimes our habits in terms of what we eat, our diet changes as well, that can all affect our mood. So what can we do, and why is this so important? Well, it's important not just for our own well-being, but for our children's well-being as well. And I'll tell you a little story. As I recently went to see our dry cleaner, and she was telling me how her children were really not behaving themselves normally. That she had a child in the room. They were really moody all the time. And I asked her, what's changed in the winter period to what they would normally do? She said, well, in the summer they're always outside playing, and obviously in the winter the weather's been really bad. I said, well, have you considered that they could be deficient in vitamin D? And this is known to boost our mood. Vitamin D is an important vitamin that helps boost our mood, and it also helps in terms of our immune system as well. So the first big idea is to check your vitamin D levels. And if your habits have changed in terms of your typical exposure to the sunlight, then make sure you take the time to go out and get some sun and really boost your vitamin D levels. My recommendation is, it's so difficult to get the levels that we need of vitamin D in the winter, is that you consider vitamin D supplement for yourself and also for your children. And this is also recommended by the NHS. Second big idea is to increase your level of exercise. Now, what can typically get low in the winter as well is our serotonin levels. And serotonin is our happy neurotransmitter. And what we would typically do in the winter period when there's lots of festivities around is we seek to boost our serotonin levels by taking sugar, refined carbohydrates. And that, whilst that can help us in the short term, it doesn't serve us well over the long term. Our blood sugar levels rise very rapidly and then they crash. That results in us getting agitated, and we crave for more of the sugar to make us feel better and better. And sugar itself is inflammatory, is pro-inflammatory, so that really doesn't serve our brains well. So what can we do? Exercise is really important. In fact, scientific studies have shown that exercise can be more effective than typical antidepressants over the long term. So make sure you're getting enough exercise in the winter period. Third big idea is your diet. Is your diet fueling your brain in the right way? Are you eating foods that are good for your brain health, or foods that are bad for your brain health? Well, one of the things we can do in terms of making sure we eat the right foods to boost our mood is to look at the level of omega-3 that we have in our diet. Now, you can get your own omega-3 levels checked. I would strongly advise that you do that. What can we find omega-3 in? Oily fish, in avocados, in nuts, walnuts. So make sure, variety of different nuts, make sure that you boost your omega-3 levels. Now, omega-3 has been found to reduce the symptoms of depression, another scientific study. And the reason they believe it does that is because it reduces inflammation, and depression has also been linked to inflammation. So omega-3 is really important in our diets to help balance our mood. I personally take an omega-3 supplement from Brain MD. I also take a multivitamin to make sure that the nutritional nutrients that I have in my diet are right for me. I do not rely on just the food that I eat. So consider then making sure that your vitamin D levels are at the right level. Go outside and get some sunlight. Do enough exercise to boost your serotonin levels, and make sure your diet is helping your brain health, that you're focusing on having enough omega-3 in your diet, and consider supplementing with omega-3 as well. I hope this serves you, that that you're able to boost your mood in the winter period, not only for you, but for your children as well.